In today's video, we will look at a recent trading setup that we identified on one of the most popular stocks out there, Tesla, a trade with a 27% upward potential. We published our analysis on August 2nd, so now we will be able to look back and reflect on how the price has performed throughout the last 2 weeks. And if you stick to the end of the video, we will show you how we put ourselves in a position to generate a net profit of over 100% in just a few trading sessions on that stock alone. Welcome everybody to the Dow Experts Trading Education channel. Here you will find absolutely everything that you need to become a successful trader in the global financial markets. We provide our followers with lots of free educational content on the topics of economics, finance, portfolio construction, risk management, investing, trading, market correlations, and much more, as we are passionate for helping young investors to find their way in the market. So please make sure to check out our website at www.dowexperts.com, as there you will find over 1,000 plus pages of various market analyses, trading ideas, historical performance metrics, and awesome bonus reports on some of the latest trends in the global financial markets. Our goal is to share with you our knowledge that we have acquired throughout the last 10 years as finance professionals and help you succeed in these complicated and volatile times. So if you're new here and if you like what we do, please give us a thumbs up and also make sure you click that subscribe button together with the bell icon, so in that way you won't miss a single upload. Also, check out all the links to everything that we mentioned in this video, which you can find linked in the description box below. So let's jump right into it. Tesla has been by far the most popular stock for trading on various trading apps out there so far in 2021, as a result of its high volatility profile and the future high growth expectations that investors have for the company. Tesla's outspoken CEO, Elon Musk, has also been a major reason for the volatility not only in the company's stock price, but also in the cryptocurrency market as well, as his Twitter account has become somewhat of a trading indicator for many unprofessional traders. However, as seasoned market professionals, we know that basing your trading and investing decisions off someone's tweets is a highly risky strategy which will inevitably fail you in the long run. Thus, today, we will guide you through the key technical and fundamental signals that we recently got on Tesla and how we use them to position ourselves for generating over 100% return in just a few weeks. And please, don't think that you need to have a huge trading account in order to execute a trade like that, as we will show you why and how anyone could generate this return regardless of his account size, but only if he has the right information and the proper knowledge when and what to do. Okay, so we will first start with a brief company overview. Then we will look at the way the fundamental narrative for the company has developed and evolved throughout the last 12 months. And we will then wrap things up by looking at the key technical levels that Tesla broke recently. This will give you a much better understanding of why we issued our buy signal on the stock back on August 2nd before the market opened. The California headquartered electric car maker was founded in 2003 and went public in July 2010. Since then, Tesla has been on top of the trend towards alternative powertrains in the passenger vehicle industry. Over the years, Tesla has evolved from an electric car maker into a dynamic technology innovator. The firm develops different kinds of technological solutions like self-driving software, charging stations, battery development, solar, and energy storage. However, the electric car manufacturing is still Tesla's largest and most important business segment. The company first started with a focus on producing electric vehicles for high net worth individuals, but has strongly shifted its business strategy in recent years towards developing more affordable EVs for the masses. Tesla has transformed the EV market much the same way as Amazon changed the retail landscape and Netflix revolutionized entertainment. Tesla is the market leader in battery-powered electric car sales in the United States, owning around 60% of market share. In fact, the company's flagship Model 3 accounts for about half of the US EV market. After being a strong market favorite in the last few years, seeing its stock appreciating with the mind-blowing 20,000% since the company went public back in 2010, Tesla faced some serious headwinds in Q1 of this year. The company was under severe pressure at the time following its subpar Q1 earnings announcement, where it became clear that if it was not for the Bitcoin sale that Tesla had completed and the huge profit that it made from it, the company would have reported a net loss for Q1. In addition to that, many people across the retail trading community started to realize that Tesla was receiving large government decarbonization credits and subsidies, which were one of the primary reasons for the company's profitability. Furthermore, with the rising competition from the likes of Ford and General Motors in the electric vehicle market, investors had started to worry whether or not Tesla would be able to turn a profit in the event of a drastic decrease in the number of government decarbonization subsidies that it receives. For both the stock and the company changed completely when Tesla released its Q2 earnings report on July 26th. Tesla hit an important milestone in the second quarter of 2021, with quarterly profits topping $1 billion for the first time. Thanks to a robust Model 3 and Model Y demand, the electric vehicle behemoth achieved record production and deliveries, despite the chip crunch. The company showed resilience in the face of the global microchip crunch, which was something that investors honestly did not expect. Tesla also stated that the construction processes of Berlin and Texas gigafactories are well on track, with production expected to commence later this year. Our analysis shows that in the short term, most of the negativity has already been priced in, and the stock is about to move higher very soon. So we believe that from a fundamental standpoint, there is quite a lot of room for positive surprises and above consensus performance from the company throughout the second half of this year, which will undoubtedly act as a strong catalyst for the stock, as the hype around Tesla tends to build up pretty quickly. By just looking at the numbers that Tesla continues to deliver each and every quarter in terms of revenue growth, production expansion, vehicle deliveries, etc., one simply cannot hold back in saying that the company has demonstrated time and time again its outstanding market position, great leadership, as well as the exponential nature of its business. We've selected few examples for you guys that portray that perfectly. Tesla has produced a total of 1.43 million vehicles since 2009, and 509,737 of them were produced in 2020 alone. When you look at the pace with which the company has continued to expand its operations and capacity throughout the last decade, well, the only thing that you should do is to take your hat off to Mr. Musk, as all of this is nothing short of remarkable. Tesla's stock has demonstrated an extremely positive share price performance throughout the last 2.5 months. The stock bottomed at around $550 back in May, as the strong support there managed to stop the volatile stock price decline. The above-mentioned negativity towards the stock, combined with the cyclical rotation from high multiple growth stocks to more value-oriented names, were the major reasons as to why the stock was trading in the $550 to $700 range for a few months in a row. However, it seemed for a second that investors had forgotten that these levels were way off its all-time highs of close to $900 per share that the stock had reached earlier in the year. We saw a strong pickup in the bullish momentum for the stock following the Q2 earnings release, and everything was pointing for an upward breakout above the $700 resistance mark in early August. We pointed out in our signal published on August 2nd that once that resistance level is broken, then the stock will be easily headed towards the $800 to $900 range heading into September. As you can see on the chart, all of the moving averages that we follow, as well as all of the key indicators that we use to define relative market strength and momentum, were all either pointing higher or were showing that the stock was about to enter into a new expansion cycle. Thus, we pointed out for our followers that opening a long Tesla position on a clear break above the $700 level would allow them to generate around a 27% ROI if they collect their profits around the $890 level, which is right below Tesla's all-time high. Of course, this is rather a mid-term position in terms of the holding period that we attach to it, as we do not expect Tesla stock to appreciate with 27% in a matter of just few trading sessions. However, the potential is there and the trade is solid. Once again, combining the right fundamental analysis of the company with the proper technical evaluation of the price chart into one rational investment approach has proven to be a remarkably effective technique for spotting great trading and investing opportunities. Thank you for sticking to the end of the video. As we promised earlier, we have a special bonus for you, which will show you how you could have generated an over 100% return on Tesla's breakout following our analysis. And the best part is that you don't need to have a large account balance in order to execute the trade that we're about to share with you. The trade was done using options and went the following way. On August 1st, we purchased the $680 weekly calls expiring on August 13th for $20.29 and sold them on August 3rd for $41.25. This represented a 103% return on investment in just 2 days. For those of you who do not know what options are, we will have a separate video going over them, but in general, a stock option gives an investor the right but not the obligation to buy or sell a stock at an agreed upon price and date. There are two types of options: puts, which is a bet that a stock will fall, or calls, which is a bet that a stock will rise. In this case, we purchased the call option on Tesla as we anticipated that the stock is about to break higher. So let's put that in actual dollar terms in order for you to understand more precisely how much money you would have needed to open this trade. A standard options contract is equal to 100 shares of the underlying stock. Thus, when the price of the call option is $20.29, as it was the case in this example, then you would have to multiply that by 100 in order to see how much would the whole contract be worth. In this case, the options contract was worth $2,029 at the time when we purchased it and was worth $4,125 when we sold it 2 days later. Thus, purchasing this call would have brought you a net profit of $2,096 in just 2 days. Now, you're probably wondering, well, great for you guys, but that trade is already gone, and I obviously missed it. Isn't there something similar as an opportunity now? Don't worry, guys, we've got you covered. As a sign of gratitude towards you for watching the entire video, we have a very valuable bonus trade for you. In fact, this trade can generate a 10x return on your investment in the coming weeks. The instrument is Tesla again. With the most recent pullback in the stock, we've seen it coming back within the range of the ascending triangle formation on the daily chart. The decline in the stock price stopped right at the upward sloping diagonal support at the $660 level. Thus, with the improved fundamental story for the company and the bullish technical pattern on the daily chart, the stock looks like it's set to break out higher. Our analysis shows that Tesla will most likely revisit its all-time highs around the $900 level by the end of September this year. Thus, we decided to take advantage of the strong upside potential that we see moving forward by purchasing the $1,125 call expiring on November 19th, 2021. The price of the option on August 20th, when we purchased the call, was $2.48. Thus, we paid $248 for purchasing the options contract. Options are rather complex investment vehicles, and there are many different variables that one needs to take into consideration and evaluate properly in order to make money. However, for the purpose of this video, we will keep things rather simple. This is the performance profile of the options contract that we purchased. This is the current price, and these are the various different scenarios for the future stock price movement and how that would affect our position. Over here, you have the date. This contract is going to be valid until November 19th, as that's when it expires. So, in this section here, we can see how would the future price movements of the stock combined with the passage of time affect our position. You see, with each and every day, we get closer to the expiration date, which slowly but surely eats away a certain portion from the value of our options contract. To put it simply, we want the stock to go higher as soon as possible, as that will bring us the highest profit. We purchased a call, which means that we want the stock to go higher so that we can sell our call at a higher price. So, as you can see, if the stock goes up by 20% today, we will make $1,086 net profit. And if it goes up by 40%, we will make an outstanding return of over $4,000. Yep, that's right. As you can see on the screen, a potential 60% rise in Tesla's stock price would result in a profit of almost $10,000. $10,000 in one day. Now, don't get too excited, as this is not the cryptocurrency market, and stocks do not tend to move with 60% in a single day, especially large cap companies like Tesla. We're just explaining to you what the table shows. While it is unrealistic to expect that Tesla stock would go up with 40% in one day, we know from our analysis that it is fairly possible for the stock to reach its prior all-time highs around the $900 level in the coming weeks. So, let's look at what our result on this options trade would be if Tesla goes up to that level in, let's say, 3 weeks. As you can see, our profit in this scenario would be approximately $2,814. And this is on the back of a $248 investment and only one contract. What if we buy 2, 3, 5, or even 10 contracts? Yeah, you're right. One trade like that could literally change some people's lives. Whether you are a young and inexperienced trader or someone who has been trading for a while but is struggling to be consistent with his results, you can sign up now for our exclusive 4-week-long trading academy, which will take you from where you are to where you need to be as a trader in the most efficient way possible. And the best thing is that it's completely free. You can sign up now using the link in the description box below. Also, check out the Trading Academy playlist in our channel, as it will break down for you what exactly the Academy looks like and what topics it covers. Becoming a professional trader is an exciting and liberating journey that will undoubtedly transform your life. So be patient, put in the work, and build the life that you want. We're here to help you trade with confidence and profit with ease. However, always remember to do your own research and evaluate your own financial position before deciding to commit any capital to the financial markets, as this is not a financial advice. The content presented in all of our videos throughout our channel and everything else that we do is entirely educational and for entertainment purposes only. Thanks a lot for your time, guys. See you next time.